An overview of Audactive for teachers. Audactive is an app that turns static resources into interactive activities. The app allows teachers to create and share activities with a mixture of video, audio, images, and interactive elements such as open and multiple choice questions. With the inbuilt speech-to-text software, learners can listen to pieces of text or the whole activity and can verbally respond to questions set within the activity and submit their responses back to the teacher, which can then be viewed in the gradebook. Create your Audactive activities in the Audactive website. Students can complete your activity on a web browser or in the mobile Audactive app. To create your first activity, go to audactive.com. Here you will find the website, which has lots of information about the app. There is also a link to a demo video. The Teach section is where you will need to go to create your activity. The Learn section contains a number of activities and resources created by others who have used Audactive. The About section goes back to telling you a little bit more about the app, and the Community section is a developmental section for discussion. To create your activity, go to the Teach section and click Sign In. You can sign in with a Google account or a regular email address. Once you have signed in, you need to set up your profile. You can add an image and information about yourself and where you work. To create a new activity, click Create New. We're going to set up our activity. Select an image. Add your title for the activity. We're going to select the language next. This is the language that will be read out during the activity, and we need to set out the language we want the questions to be answered in. We can change this later. We will also fill in the document abstract. This is just some information about the activity. We can also put in some tags so we can search for our document. And we're also going to select the subject that the document falls into, in this case, languages. We can also set the subject language as well. Listed means that this activity will appear in the public list of activities. You will need to keep this ticked if you are working on the pilot. If you are just practicing, just leave it unticked. Click Save. Now we can create our activity. You will see two menus, one at the top, and if you press the plus button, a further menu will appear. The menu at the top offers a number of options, including uploading a template, clearing everything, undoing and redoing work, adding text, adding a web link, adding an image, adding a YouTube link, adding open and multiple choice questions. If you click the plus button, the menu at the side will offer the same options. You will also see there is an option to change the language that is being read out within the activity. To add text, click on the screen or click to add a text block. You can type text in manually. You can also change the heading to create a title. You can copy and paste text from other documents and sources. To add a web link, simply click on Add Web Link, then copy and paste the web address into the URL box. You can then add a title for the website. To add a video, click Add a Video and copy and paste the video address into the URL box. Then add a title for the video. To add an image, click Add Image. You can either copy and paste a URL from an image from the internet. Please check the copyright settings for this and make sure you are able to use this. You can then paste the link in the URL box, and this will bring up your image. Alternatively, you can click Choose File and you can select an image from your device. Please note the images you select must be downloaded directly to the device. You cannot use things like Google Drive or OneDrive. You can then add a caption for your image. To add an open question, select the Open Question option and then you can type or paste in your question. You can then select the language that you want the question to be answered in. To create a multiple choice question, click on the multiple choice option. Input your question and select the language you want the question to be answered in. You can then put in your question options. Delete any responses you don't need and select the correct answer by clicking on the circle. If you want to change the language that the activity is read out in, go to the language selector. You can then change the language. You can move your blocks up and down by clicking on the arrows at the end. Go to Properties and Publish to finish your document. Select the listed option if you wish to make the document public. If you are on the pilot, you will need to do this. Then click Save and Publish. This will give you your sharing options. You can copy the link and share this via email or other platforms. There are also other options to export to SCORM and use an embed code if you are familiar with these. To view your students' responses, go into your activity and click on Answers. You will then be able to view the gradebook and see your students' responses. Thank you for watching this video. For further support and information, please look at the Audactive Guide for Learners and also the full Audactive written guide for teachers.